She wakes again at 3:33 a.m., the hour when doubts multiply like shadows. Her bedroom walls are covered with quotes about becoming the best version of herself, yet she feels smaller each morning. The mirror reflects everything except who she truly is, showing only endless question marks where her identity should be. Another self-help book lies open on her nightstand, its pages promising transformation through discipline and willpower. Every scroll becomes a competition she cannot win. Her fingers move frantically across screens filled with lives more curated than her own. Each perfect photo whispers that she is falling behind, that her ordinary moments lack the sparkle of true existence. The blue glow illuminates dark circles under her eyes, evidence of another night spent measuring her worth against impossible standards. The paths stretch endlessly in all directions, each promising a unique destiny that will finally make her special. Yet standing here, she realizes she has no map for territory she actually wants to explore. The billboard above shows a faceless figure of success, its smile somehow familiar and terrifying. Rain begins to fall on her frozen form, washing away the dust of dreams that never belonged to her. The office hums with the quiet desperation of 1,000 unfulfilled promises. Her desk displays evidence of every goal achieved, every milestone conquered, yet something essential has drained away like water through cracked soil. Colleagues move past like ghosts in their own ambitions, their faces mirrors of her own hollow victory. Outside, the city pulses with life she cannot feel through these reinforced glass walls. Dr. Sarah asks gentle questions about meaning and purpose, but her words feel like keys that do not fit any locks she carries. The couch has absorbed decades of similar confessions, each person searching for something they cannot name. Her hands shake as she describes the weight of expectations that grow heavier with each attempt to lift them. Outside, normal people live normal lives without these crushing revelations. Each costume promises transformation into someone worthy of existence. She practices poses in front of the mirror, searching for the angle that reveals hidden greatness. The cracked glass shows fragments of possibility, none complete enough to hold. Makeup becomes war paint for battles against ordinariness, each brushstroke an attempt to rewrite her fundamental nature. Hours dissolve while she chases reflections that scatter at her touch. The notifications never stop, each one a reminder that time wasted is life wasted. Her calendar blocks out existence in 15-minute increments, leaving no space for breathing or being. The untouched meal grows cold while she optimizes her schedule for maximum human potential. Pills promise energy for the endless climb towards something she cannot quite define, something always just beyond the next achievement. The crowd moves like a river around her unmoving stone, each person radiating purpose she cannot access. Their conversations sound like static, meaningless syllables that highlight her fundamental disconnection from the human current. Store windows reflect faces that belong, that understand the rhythm of ordinary existence. She covers her ears, but the silence inside is louder than any external noise, a vacuum where joy used to live. Even stillness becomes another performance, another metric of self-improvement to track and optimize. Her breathing follows prescribed patterns, each inhale and exhale timed for maximum spiritual efficiency. The candles flicker against closed eyelids, but peace remains elusive beyond these walls of conscious effort. 10 minutes stretch like hours while she tries to manufacture enlightenment through technique and willpower alone. The view should inspire something profound, but she feels like an actor in someone else's movie about transcendence. Her arms rise automatically, conditioned by decades of images promising that certain poses unlock certain feelings. The golden light bathes everything in beauty she cannot quite access, like looking through glass at an experience that belongs to other people. The mountain stands indifferent to her manufactured epiphany. The words blur together across centuries, each philosopher and psychologist offering keys to the same locked door. She underlines passages about authentic existence while wondering if her highlighting is too obsessive, another sign of her fundamental brokenness. The silence of the library presses against her temples like a headache, filled with questions that have no answers and answers that create new questions in endless recursive loops. The brush trembles between fingers that have forgotten how to create without permission from experts. Her phone shows videos of masters whose genius emerged from mysterious depths she cannot access. The white canvas stares back like a mirror, reflecting her inability to begin without a formula, a method, a guarantee that her efforts will produce something worthy of existing in the world. The conversation flows around her like water around a stone, and she nods and smiles at appropriate moments while feeling like an imposter at the feast of authentic human connection. Her friends share stories of weekend adventures and simple pleasures, their voices warm with genuine experience. She contributes manufactured anecdotes about productivity and personal growth, topics that feel increasingly foreign to actual living. The machines hum with potential energy that never transfers to her stationary body. Her phone displays carefully curated images of transformation, each one a reminder that she should want this intensity of self-modification. The mirrors multiply her reflection into an army of people who should be moving, sweating, becoming. Instead, she stands frozen between the person she is and the person algorithms insist she must become. The presenter speaks with enthusiasm about unlocking hidden capabilities, phrases that have lost meaning through repetition in countless similar rooms. Her colleagues scribble notes about concepts that feel increasingly abstract, disconnected from the simple reality of being human. The fluorescent lights buzz overhead like insects, their harsh illumination revealing nothing about the darkness growing inside her chest where curiosity used to live. The shelves stretch impossibly high, each title a promise that this time will be different, this system will finally unlock the secret to authentic existence. Her cart overflows with methodologies and philosophies, each one contradicting the last in subtle ways that create new anxieties. The bookstore employees move efficiently through aisles filled with people searching for themselves in someone else's words, their faces mirrors of her own frantic hope. The laughter sounds like music from another world, melodies that her soul recognizes but cannot quite reach. Children run freely across grass that should feel soft beneath her feet, their joy unburdened by questions of authenticity or purpose. She sits like a statue among the living, watching ordinary happiness unfold in ways that seem increasingly foreign. The park bench becomes a throne of observation rather than participation. Each brushstroke follows learned patterns, movements practiced to perfection in service of presenting acceptable versions of herself to the world. The mirror reflects technical skill but no spark of genuine expression, no moment of spontaneous beauty. Steam rises like prayers from the shower, carrying away nothing of substance while she constructs facades that feel increasingly heavy. The bathroom becomes a theater where she performs for audiences who may not even exist. The coffee shop buzzes with authentic creative energy, writers typing with inspired focus, artists sketching with natural flow. Her screen displays graphs and charts measuring human output rather than human expression, numbers that cannot capture the intangible magic happening around her. The laptop becomes a barrier between herself and the spontaneous creativity that emerges when people stop trying to optimize their existence and simply allow it to unfold. The departures board shows destinations that promise transformation through geographic displacement, the myth that changing location will finally change the fundamental nature of being human. Her suitcase contains carefully selected materials for self-optimization, each one a tool for the ongoing project of becoming acceptable. Other travelers move with confidence toward adventures, while she remains suspended between the person she was and the person she thinks she should become. The mirror shows faces from every stage of her journey toward specialness, each one asking the same unanswerable question about when she will finally become real. Childhood innocence stares back alongside teenage ambition and adult exhaustion, all reflected in surfaces that should provide clarity but only multiply confusion. The therapist's chair sits empty, suggesting that no external guidance can resolve internal contradictions created by impossible standards. The paintings swirl with color and emotion that bypass her analytical mind, speaking directly to hearts she is trained to remain silent. She searches for hidden messages and symbolic meanings, anything that might explain why these shapes and colors move others to tears while leaving her dry and curious. The museum becomes another classroom where she studies the correct ways to experience beauty, rather than simply allowing it to wash over her unfiltered consciousness. The pen moves across paper, transcribing wisdom from voices more authoritative than her own internal monologue. Her journal becomes an anthology of other people's insights rather than a record of her own evolving understanding. The neat handwriting belies the chaos inside, where authentic thoughts struggle to emerge through layers of curated philosophy. Night stretches ahead with promises of more research into the nature of genuine existence. The ocean stretches toward horizons that should inspire wonder, but her attention splits between present beauty and future approval. Each photo becomes documentation of moments that lose their magic through the lens of external validation. The waves whisper ancient secrets that her scrolling thumbs cannot quite hear, their rhythm drowned out by notifications demanding immediate attention. Sunset paints the sky in colors that exist primarily for social media feeds. The room hums with collective calm that she cannot access, her body arranged in positions of tranquility while her mind races through lists of inadequacies. The incense smoke rises like prayers from other souls, carrying away their earthly concerns while she remains tethered to questions with no answers. Her breathing follows prescribed patterns, each inhale and exhale timed for maximum spiritual efficiency in a practice that should require no technique at all. The makeup dissolves beneath cotton pads, each swipe removing layers of acceptable presentation to reveal the person underneath. Yet even this natural state feels like another costume, another version of herself that fails to capture whatever essence makes existence worthwhile. The mirror shows tired eyes that have spent decades searching for something they cannot name, something that always remains just beyond reach no matter how many masks are stripped away.